Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 24, Part 1. This one is titled The Hour of Honor. What does that mean, the Hour of Honor? I don't know what that could mean, because the way we ended the last episode was we were literally walking into a gnome rave, they were calling it. I don't know if it is necessarily going to be a rave. Maybe it'll be better and crazier than a rave. They're making it sound like these gnomes party like no others. Bo even prepared us for it, which I thought was odd that Bo, prior to this, actually said, yeah, I heard that gnomes rave like crazy people and they party after they work, but they work really hard. They work 12-hour days, but then to end their days, they go batshit crazy. We hear fireworks going off, people getting ready. The town is going to probably fill up with drunks and party animals. I don't know what to expect other than we are actually going to get something, because it was done the way it was for a reason, obviously. Besides that, I don't know if there's anything else I need to tap on. The last episode was Have Bird Will Travel, but nothing really was decided about Kiri. I feel like we're going to have to come to that decision, because in Talks Machina, we had Matt and Sam, and they were discussing, like, I don't know what you guys are thinking. You got a 4-year-old kid that has 6 hit points, and it could die at any minute. You're bringing it into battle. But I've said what I think. I think leaving it with somebody is way more dangerous. If we leave it, even with the nicest people, who's to say they won't be enslaved or blown up in the middle of a war? I'd rather know where Kiri is and be watching her. As crazy as that sounds, I think that is the safest way, honestly. And if anything, she'll grow up strong and tough in a world where she kind of has to. Let's jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon, the link is at the end, dozens of other shows, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Stranger Things, all in fall. Go check it out. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 24, Part 1. Oh, I gotta crank the volume on this.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
and
everyone.
Welcome back.
By the way, I did watch Sam's thing in the beginning.
So, last we left off,
He showed a picture
Mighty Nein
of
had completed
what their kid would
first
look
of
like
two
and stuff.
ventures they agreed to complete in the name of the gentleman. Heading northward towards Barrel Bend, traversing the dangerous Labenda swamp, freeing the once endangered safe house from the encroaching marrow dangers that had destroyed and decimated the people that were working there at the time, and freeing it up for future use. You had acquired a bird friend in the tiny Kiri that is along you, dagger in hand.
Dagger in hand. Well,
yeah,
that is true.
That's fine. You'll be fine.
She's gonna die.
You gathered your things and went back to the open road, where you headed to the crossroads.
I mean, Matt is going to do what he's got to do, but I don't think Kiri...
looking to rob you.
I think Kiri will be all right.
Sent them on their way.
Trevor and
then
Frank...
continued northward until eventually you came upon the outskirts of the Silberquell Ridge. There we go. Brain not working.
What just happened? There were subtitles.
To the gnomish city of Hupperduke. Upon arriving in the city, supplies in, you took in the industrial sites, the elements of it that are
Can I get a break?
heavy machinery and the creation of new types of clockwork-based technology.
Also, in Talks Machina,
steam
they discussed how this is related to
being
Percy.
developed for use to the eastern
Vox Machina.
lines, where the conflict with Jorahas is now brewing. You made a friend, the name of Risa, who said in exchange for a round of drinks in the evening would show you around the town.
And I could believe that.
And upon making your way to the upper
have
level,
been in situations
you
in
were
real
given
life
a
where
brief
people
tour
like this
of the
exist.
vicinity, which
You
seemed
buy them some
strangely
beers,
empty.
let them hang out with
The
you. They're
streets
totally cool.
Very well decorated for
I've
some
had it
singing
happen.
celebration, but nobody present. And as the sun slowly went down, the town came to life as all the
I never trusted the
work
people, which is
whistles
funny.
blew.
Once or twice
The
this has
sounds
happened
of
to me.
merriment
They're like, yo,
began,
I'll
and
take you
suddenly,
around.
as the
You're not
sun
familiar with the area, and I buy a
vanishing
few beers,
behind the distant mountains,
and they end up being just chill people.
golds and oranges and subtle purples of the sunset begin to take over. The sound of music and laughter begins to take the streets. So,
Music and laughter take the streets. Here we go.
Mighty Nein, what would you like to do?
I would like to party our asses off.
Music. I don't trust laughter in music.
Yeah.
Were we on the way to something? Were we going to some
Blush and
place?
pack. tankard?
The blushing
The
tankard.
The blushing tank, is that a place to live, to stay?
Unlike the
Tavern.
gushing tankard, which was
Risa.
what somebody thought
Right,
they
yeah.
said.
There's a big
I
party
think it was Sam,
happening
the
now.
gushing, or Sam said,
welcome to Hupperduke.
But should we party?
Well, I mean, what else is there to do for the night here but that?
We don't know. We just got here.
There's nothing
What
else
happens
to do.
here
You've
stays
arrived.
here
Go
in
and get your stuff
Hupperduke.
somewhere. Let's have a drink.
Why is there only one
Some money
pay?
around anyway.
I saw two
It is
P's and everything
every
else.
night, or
Is it
just-
one pay?
It is.
Yeah.
It could just be subtitles.
It's part of our culture.
Have it as
our
two
gnomish
P's.
heritage.
Why?
Why? Because it keeps us working hard every day. Sure, maybe our general longevity for gnomes is a little shorter than most.
Used to work with guys
What a
like this
life
back
we
in
lead.
like college
At that point, she
days.
reaches out and you see as
There were guys, I've said this in other videos, that every day, as soon as work ended, they went right to the bar. I ended up doing that 10 years later, but at the time I didn't quite get it. But they would like, work would end, and they would all run right to the bar and close the place out. And then 10 years later, I actually did that for years myself.
I knew it.
And then I was going to write it.
Oh,
Right.
you didn't even need to.
Yes,
I can already see I'm going to like you, folks.
yes, they fit right in.
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play
the
hard.
way we do
I
here.
agree.
All
I
right.
like this town.
I agree.
So we drop our shit off and
Where are we dropping? Can we stay at
totally
this place as
believe
well?
in that kind of
can.
behavior. As
Give me that. I wanna
if you
smell it.
work your ass off, you have earned yourself to behave how you wish.
Tankard Tavern. I mean, like the doors lock, right? There's privacy. It's not like some fucking free for all night, is it?
Well, in the tavern, eh?
The upstairs in the rooms, I assume they.
Oh, you can lock the doors.
I'm just asking. I don't know. Just a bunch of like crazy people roaming around. I don't know.
It is called the blushing tankard.
Oh my
is it blushing?
god. For it's
your
like,
lips to it.
can I hide if I want,
'Cause why?
basically?
'Cause why?
Because you put your lips to it.
We're in for a fuck. Okay.
For it's like, I just want to know I can lock my
do I see
door.
anyone selling,
There's people
like,
drunk and banging
glow
everywhere.
sticks.
Make a perception check.
Light up swords. Yeah. The
Light up
fiber
swords
optic.
or glow sticks.
I want a fiber optic.
Fiber
whip. What
optic
am I,
whip.
Any necklaces, big giant pacifiers.
It's not great. 9.
What you see is waves of fast-moving families and people, gnomish, some dwarves, a few human-sized folks rushing by. It looks like some of them are rushing from work to get home to just disrobe from all their dirty clothes and jump back out with their party attire, or they're
Whole
already on their way
families.
to wherever the destination is. You hear
So it
fireworks
isn't
going
just
off in
like
the distance and occasional flashes in the
degenerate
sky.
people, or like, not that the partying is. It's. I just thought it was more an
But you
adult
don't see any
activity.
vendors at this
I feel
juncture.
like it's also like
at this
children,
point, who's helming the cart and the horses?
younger people.
Fort.
I am.
Okay. At this point, Risa kind of saddles up, sits right in the little bench next to you in the front of the cart, and takes kind of the part of the reins. He's like, I'm helping you guide you to where you're trying to get to go. Follow me. Tuck to the right. It's got about 2 blocks
Risa
down that
takes
way.
over.
It's gonna be hard to miss. Look for the.
How funny would it be
the
if
large
Risa takes
arch with
us
the various
into like an
spiraling
alley
ivy
where they
vines
can
against it?
jack
Very
us?
nice of you. Can I keep an eye on her hands just to make sure she's not going through my pocketbook?
Yeah,
make a perception check.
literally, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, what if Risa is bringing us
15.
somewhere or robbing us
15.
blind?
During this travel, as you're kind of keeping an eye out,
I don't trust anybody.
she seems to be just focused on the task at hand.
I feel a little guilty.
I do too. I was just gonna say, I almost feel
Her
guilty when I
sleight
think
hand is
like
better
that.
than your perception.
But
That's all.
when you
that's what it
don't
could
think
mean.
like that is
Or
when
she
and
could
someone
just be
robs
trying to
you.
steal
It
from you, but
happens.
could be
I've
either.
been
You
robbed.
don't know.
It happens.
So
You don't let your
after
guard
pulling
down,
around
and
the
then you
side,
feel
come
bad,
to
like
this large,
and then they
kind
rob
of
you.
a celebration square where you can see there are 3 stages.
I still
set.
don't trust her, but I
There's a
feel
large maypole in the
bad
center,
that I gotta
and
be
you can see
like
they're
that.
currently lifting up and tethering these large, colorful streamers of multiple colors. People are gathering what look to be baskets of flowers. Not if you get tossed and you catch it, and they're made of cloth. You get the sense here that one, they don't have access to a lot of fresh flowers here in Hupperduke, based on the rocky terrain and the perpetual.
I was gonna say,
tossing of
the
soot and
atmosphere
ash
of
into the atmosphere.
work
But
going on
also, If
constantly.
the celebration is that often, they probably just continue to reuse the same elements over and over again. As you come over into this corner, you can see there are bands starting to play, music being set up on the outside. People are starting to sit down in blankets.
Plays in the bands and stuff? Are these people that volunteer and love doing it?
You see the large,
or do they
kind of
continue to
ivory
work?
archway
Because that
with
in itself is a
ivy
job.
that's twisting across the top of
Could
it.
be.
At which point, Risa reaches and kind of tugs your hands to the left to gear the cart in that direction and goes, "All right, Blush and Tankard, right up this way." More laughter, and at this point you can see there are 2 vendors now on the outside, one of which is currently selling what looks to be like flower necklaces.
Ooh, Jester,
or
light
bands.
up, Laura. I'm surprised she didn't light up.
The other has what look to be clusters of sparklers and firecrackers.
Here's some of them now.
Oh, that she
Am I
liked.
stopping?
Ah!
Just keep it going. I'm just gonna.
Really?
And I just roll.
Ghost riding?
I'll follow.
Yeah.
You're ghost riding.
Bo, get me some too. Bo, get me some too.
Okay. I go up to the sparklers and.
How much is it?
You walk up and you can see there's a young gnomish man, maybe in his what would be the equivalent of late teens or early 20s, got very prominent.
So people have night jobs too, or are these people that
for some of the gnomes you
work
see
at
around
night
there, he lances
and
up
have
to
the
you,
shops and
holding a small
bars and
barrel filled
taverns?
with various small-scale explosives. Hi, can I help you?
I want 3 of everything.
3, all right. Just get this together.
How much comes in a pack?
Well, do you want 3 of everything, or do you want a pack?
They come in packs.
Did you just change your shirt, Travis?
They come in packs.
How did that happen? Sorry. Focus.
Oh, we're totally off script now.
Packs of 10.
10 sparklers or 10 poppers?
10 packs for both of 10.
Yeah, I want one of each.
All right.
Pack
of each. Pack of each.
Pack of
Yep.
each.
That'll be 5 silver.
Okay, thank you.
I'll slow down just a little bit and give her time. You know.
I don't think she's coming.
And then I also
I don't think
get a
she's
flower
coming.
necklace for Jester.
I bet you we lose
That's,
her.
on the other side, the next person over there, you see it's this kind of portly-looking fellow, maybe in his.
How
his
much you
middle
wanna
ages or
make
so,
a
is kind of
bet?
resting inside of his neck, almost. It's like rescinded inside.
I almost feel like
Hi,
we're
yeah,
moving
the
too
flowers
fast where
are
she's
going
gonna
around
lose
about,
us.
It's 5 copper per string. So, do you want just one?
I'll,
Bring him with us.
He's got like a bunch of them tied up in his hair and like hanging off his neck.
Look at Laura's
you also
face.
do braids.
Braids are across the way over there. Cindy does the braids.
Oh my God! What is he?
I'll just
That
take
sounds
one.
like somebody.
All right, that's 5 copper. Thank you.
Please
Thanks.
tell me he has like a short sword and can fight.
It's gonna keep collecting pathetic characters to fight with you.
Oh my God!
Carrying that guy, I'll be happy every night.
Miners.
Bring Kiri and that
Line
guy.
you could hope for.
I'm totally
I'll catch up when I
down.
give
Could we
Jester
just keep
the
recruiting
flower
As she starts to run
misfits?
up, I go, "Pheouch!" Just takes off.
Lord.
No, I'm kidding. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's beautiful.
It looked like you. I'm sorry if it smells weird.
Oh, wait. I guess it'd have to be like this.
Around the horns, yeah, those horns.
It's beautiful.
I take out one of the poppers and I throw it on the ground.
Did you
What
bite it
happens? Shit. Okay. I jump out and I go pick it up. It's too valuable.
It's too
Run
valuable.
back.
And you go back and look at it, you realize there is actually like a tiny little fuse on it.
Okay, you gotta light
Okay, I
it.
jump back on. Caleb, light it.
No, you throw it.
Oh, did she not get a lighter?
Oh, like skeet shooting.
Did she not get a lighter?
Firebolt.
Roll for an attack.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
He's gone.
It incinerates the fire.
Yeah, like he'd have to hit
That's
it.
19
Eh?
plus something.
All right, you don't even have to roll damage. You watch as she tosses it in the air, it arcs this tiny little firecracker, this like little gray rod, and then this little streak of flame fires up, hits it, and it detonates with this loud pop sound, and you see sparks kind of around it. It dissipates a moment after, and in the vicinity you watch is about 7 or 8 nearby gnomes, 2 of which are children, all go, yeah! Start clapping and cheering.
All right, worked
How
out.
did you do it?
That was a good shot. I almost feel like how tiny the firecracker was that Liam had to be like
This is
perfect.
amazing.
What do you
These could be useful
for shits and
crackers.
giggles, or what do you
for
have in
like
mind?
distractions. We
Ooh,
could
yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
And, like we were fighting people.
Diversions.
Yeah.
Definitely
Sure,
would
very
work,
good in
even
this
if
one.
you were expecting
With a
it.
little
That
one.
would be like a
I have
startling
one to
thing, an
examine?
explosion, a little mini explosion.
I
I'm
have a
down.
bunch of them.
How many is in a pack?
Well, 10, so you have 9 now.
I might have to get more before we leave this town.
I love it.
But how?
They're
much
cheap.
do we know about black powder or?
Well, communally, not much at all. You make an intelligence check and have advantage because of your alchemical history.
I would buy a ton of those things. Okay. Those things will cut like the ball bearings. They're ball bearings that make sounds, 18, like loud popping sounds.
It's had minor applications for a while, but it's only really been applied in very condensed and common use for like the explosives you found in the mine, for clearing out spaces in underground, caverns, or for the detonation of localized rocks that are in the way of paths trying to even put through mountain ranges. Small scale black powder like this, on this very small scale, you haven't encountered really. So this seems to be a relatively new use of this particular compound.
Could we buy tons of it?
Rare that we've come across anything.
You've barely come across it at all. You've read about it.
Okay.
So actually, the dynamite sticks you found in the mine were probably the first ones you've actually encountered in your experience.
We were talking about that in Talks Machina too. How
on the outskirts of it.
We probably have not experienced much anything with powder,
you have before.
Explosive powder, and stuff.
But they're saved for very rare occasions, like the coming of a ship that's been long gone from shore, or particular times of the year. Of the calendar year for celebrations, they would go off, and for that particular, they put out like ship barges out on the water, and they would fire them up from the waterfront. So having this close is kind of intense, and even that small burst right there was like a flash of heat that you haven't really had before, and it was really exciting.
Are we just in an ocean of gnomes? Is it like 98% gnomes all around us? Or?
Most everyone you see here is gnomish.
I was going to say, because he did say there were
the
humans.
Percentage, you've seen a handful of dwarves. Yeah. It's the next prominent people that live here, and then a smattering of human half-elf.
Okay.
And right now, you guys have just come to the outside of the blushing tankard.
All right, tons of gnomes. Like 9 out of 10 are gnomes.
As you were.
The rest, it's like 9 out of 10 are gnomes, and then the other is possibly a human thrown in, but mostly dwarves beyond
Hitch up
that.
the horses.
Okay.
Elvish humans, he said.
I don't know.
I think it's safe.
They seem real jovial, like.
I mean, it seems like a party town. I'm sure there are still your criminal element, like your thieves and stuff. Like,
We want to go in and secure some rooms, and I'll watch the carriage, figure out if there's somewhere else we need to keep it.
I pull out the silver thread and I start going around the horses.
What is that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oi!
Have you ever been dancing before?
Have I
Now,
ever been dancing
did Risa
before?
see
Like,
Caleb do what he did with the
like
thread?
this?
Yeah.
Because maybe
I've
she could
danced.
bypass it.
Just making
I
sure.
still don't trust anybody.
Why are we dancing?
I figure we're going to dance
Probably
tonight.
inevitably.
All right.
Yeah.
I might need some liquor.
Please no.
You got plenty.
Okay.
You might need some liquor. That's all you
so
do,
you guys-
not.
Leaving Caleb.
I'm pretty sure
and
during
you're staying with
talks
Caleb while he sets up the.
That
doesn't
Sam
have the
said
string.
something about his flask already having been written.
We probably should. We should probably get Kiri involved.
Yes.
That sounds adorable.
Yes.
Come on, Kiri.
Definitely gonna need a drink for this.
Yes. I'm loving everything. We're gonna lose her tonight. Oh my god, imagine.
Alrighty.
She gets
So as
stolen
you
or
guys
something?
enter the Blushing Tankard Tavern, it is one of the larger taverns you've been in. The floor space, as soon as you walk in, looks like it maybe has 20 or so round tables scattered amongst the floor.
Big place.
There is a stage in the far back where the music hasn't quite started yet, but there are musicians setting up. You can see a violinist who's currently tuning. There's a piano in the back. And outside of a couple of taverns you saw in Zadash, in your experiences from
One of the
when you were
nicest.
on the coast, pianos aren't as common in tavern spaces. They're usually reserved for the upper class.
So
for,
we got
private
some
performances
nice
or,
establishment
or,
here.
higher end social events.
The Blushing Tankard.
However, the tables are filling up already. People are
Get a
rushing in
table.
there. Food is being passed
Get a
around
table.
left and right. You can see in the back there's a group of gnomes that are currently kind of clapping the ground on their table, singing some sort of a tune, a shanty almost. One of them is up on the table, kind of clapping his legs there, and then one of the barmaids come by and goes, like slaps him. It's like, get off the table!
This place is great.
Yes, grab a table. How is no one
what would you
running
guys
for a
like to do?
table?
Very small.
Try and get some
Let's
rooms.
get some rooms and store stuff and get out there.
I want to go try to play the piano.
All right.
Shouldn't we grab a table first? I would have.
I
The
played
first
it
thing
a
I would
little bit
always
at
do when I
home.
walked in was set yourself up. You got to set
Listen,
up.
I'm going to sit close by.
Okay.
You got to
Molly
find
and
a
I will
place,
go.
set up
I have-
camp
We're gonna go
at
get
the
some
bar,
rooms.
in the
Of
bar.
really good songs
Then go
that
get your
I
rooms.
learned when I was
Once you
growing
get
up.
some beers and you camp out.
I'm going to sit down and try to play chopsticks.
Okay.
Chopsticks.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Ding, 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 ding. Love it.
Oh yeah, that's an 8.
That's a rough chopsticks. Yeah.
There's a few
I
moments
mean,
of this
chopsticks
going on
isn't hard to
before you
play,
suddenly
though.
hear this.
So how badly? I mean,
You
I
turn over
guess
your
you
left
can play
shoulder
it
and you
badly.
can see
but-
there's a half-elven gentleman in very nice doublet who is currently holding
Doublet?
what looks like a handful of sheet music. You're at my piano. He kind of twitches at the off tune, hammering at the keys.
I love it.
I'll be right back. And he turns around and wanders off for a moment, kind of clearing his ear with his pinky.
Is he getting
you guys go to your
the
rooms?
management?
Or you head to the front. It's a very long bar that kind of wraps around the right side of the entire chamber. It has two kind of doors, like hatches that can open up. And from the inside, you see two individuals. You see what looks like a male gnome with a massive mane of red hair, clean shaven, kind of middle aged, and he's smiling and running around, getting drinks, sliding him down the bar, filling things. He's kind of like the gnomish redhead equivalent of Tom Cruise.
Cocktail.
Spinning the bottles and just like pouring it out.
Cocktail gnome. That's what I
On the other side,
imagine.
you see a female dwarf with this awesome, well-kept kind of chin-strap beard, who has beautiful eye makeup on, and this very colorful kind of silk billowing blouse that tapers at the wrist with a kind of a flourish. And she's currently filling out drink and snack orders, and they're both just workhorses. You see, they both smiles on their faces, and they're chatting with regulars. You haven't quite caught their eye yet. They're in the midst of other business.
And she was a...
Get attention.
She was a dwarf or
A dwarf, yeah.
Get their attention.
We talk to the gnome or the dwarf.
I like the gnome. Well, either's fine.
Whichever one we catch the eye first.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we should
They
do
both
the
seem
bar lean in
interesting.
thing.
All right, I'm in.
We're gonna
I mean, I dig the Tom Cruise cocktail guy, but
shove some other people around, do that thing.
For the hell of it, both of you guys roll charisma checks, please.
Oh,
This is gonna be funny.
something we're great at. Just straight checks.
Just roll d20, add your charisma modifier.
oh my God, Jester's still playing. Jester's still playing horrible
Rocks
chopsticks.
back and forth. Okay.
3,
Love it.
2, 1, 6.
So the better part of 15 minutes passed of you guys waiting there.
That was
being
his flask?
overlooked
Was
until
that it? Oh my
eventually,
God, I didn't realize that was his
the
flask.
dwarf woman stops and goes,
Oh, right, sorry about that. Didn't see you there. You're a bit higher than the usual folk. What can I do for you?
That seems oddly backwards. We need a couple rooms, a few rooms, handful of rooms, and
Rooms?
some drinks.
Both of those can be done, lassie.
How many rooms do we need? 3, 4?
1, 2,
8,
3, 4.
4.
4.
Rooms, all right. Let's see that. Let's put that there about, that's 1 gold piece per room per night.
I put down 4 gold pieces.
Does it come with amenities? Does it have a mini bar? Do you charge?
This is the mini bar, my dear. But don't worry, we can bring drinks
you have
up,
a
we can
mini
bring
bar?
companions up, we can bring what you need up. Just let us know.
You're in a tourist town. Things are gonna cost something.
All right.
Yeah.
On the other side of the bar, I cast haste on Jester while she's playing the piano.
Oh, I want to start playing the entertainer.
Yes. I love it.
really fast.
Love the entertainer.
It's kind of impressive, a little off key, but overall like impressive the speed of the composition. And it's right as she starts crescendoing it, we're supposed to get to the quiet part. Burn. A hand slams down on the keys, and
Management.
that same half-elven gentleman leans in once more and goes,
If I might please request my instrument returned to me, my dear.
This is a really good piano.
Thank you.
You should be really proud it's yours.
I am.
Do you have a tip jar?
I have a tipping hat. And he pulls off from the side, it looks like this wide-brimmed hat that comes to a point in the front and kind of floppy in the back, and he sets it up on top of the piano.
I really think the first couple tips should be to me because I really set up the room for you.
Oh my God.
Well,
I knew it was
certainly
going
hope
somewhere.
The first few tips come while you're at the bench.
Fabulous.
And he sits down on the bench and pushes you off of it.
I toss 1 gold in and say, this one's for the lady.
Ah, 1 gold.
I saw. Cracks his knuckles. Sets his
That's
music down in
that's
front,
a
starts
pretty
getting ready.
solid tip
The other
for somebody.
the other performers to the side are watching this out of the corner of their eye and kind of laughing, and they're enjoying the tension that's brewing.
Run over, give
I'm
Caleb a kiss
digging
on
it.
the cheek. Thank you, Caleb.
You guys get your room situated.
Caleb's like
as the keys being passed out to
blinking.
the different rooms, drinks are being handed.
So, are you looking for something strong or something strong?
But something
Amaze
strong.
me, baffle me, make me forget where I am.
Yes, that's
Leans
what
in
I'm
and goes,
talking about.
I like you. You're colorful.
Bless you. You're colorful yourself. I love everything you're wearing.
Thank you. First one's on me. How about that?
Bless you. I'll happily pay for hers as well because I want to drink her under the fucking table.
Oh, well,
tonight.
hold that till later on. That event's not till later tonight.
What happens later?
What?
Tonight, other than more drink? Is there like?
There's a drinking competition? Are you
Are we
shitting me?
a bit. Well, we have some performances.
There is a
going on.
drinking
They have a
oh my
contest,
God.
our weekly hour of honor.
The
So just
hour
don't,
of
don't drink
honor.
too much if
That's
you're
what
looking
it
to
is?
compete.
And she pops like the top button off the top of her blouse and just kind of give a little better look of her dwarven hood.
did it.
I love how you did it. Like, bop.
I realized I could do it as I was doing it. As she does that, she reaches down and pulls out what looks to be this like dark red, almost
What
glass.
is the hour of honor? I need
like,
answers.
Large cabinet. Pulls off. Little tiny glass, passes it over to you, and you look at it as it comes to rest. And you're used to seeing liquid splash quite often. This kind of it sloshes at a slower pace. It's a thicker liquor.
And then dip a finger.
It's sweet, surprisingly sweet, strong. The burn kicks in afterward. You like it?
Surprisingly, I want it.
Sip.
A thicker, sweet.
Sorry to interrupt your incessant flirting. Can I please have a damn drink?
Would you like one of the...
Yes, one of the same, yes.
All right, that'd be 5 silver pieces.
I thought you paid for me. I thought you paid for me.
I am paying for you. I just put a gold down. Keep the tip as well.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
She puts it in her cleavage. Pours you another shot of it as well. Hands it over.
I just killed the whole thing.
All right, it burns, but it's good. It's like a sweet,
I like
thick
it.
honey liquor that coats the throat, and the coating at first feels nice until the burn hits, and you're like,
Kind of medicinal. Ugh.
Accepted.
Challenge accepted.
it's good.
Caleb and I have come in at this point, and I turn to Caleb and go, I feel like I may be regretting my roommate choice tonight. It's just a hunch. I think he's in his element.
Yeah.
Well, the odds are that
He's
you're not
in his
going
element.
to even see him in your room tonight, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
worry about it so much.
You think?
Probably.
He'll just like tear into the night, maybe not come back till the sun comes up.
That's more likely,
He's
honestly.
like a coyote. You know what that is?
Yeah, the little
Diplomatic immunity.
That's good.
Wow.
Quite good towards the end here. I mean, they're all good, but they're coming out. This is why I love when we go out drinking. When we go out drinking, things like this
Yeah,
happen.
they like to fuck a lot, is my point.
Oh my god. It just keeps getting better. A bunny?
A bunny coyote.
Bunny coyote. That sounds cute. A bunny coyote. I
But
want
you know,
one.
if you want a quieter evening, you can certainly share the room with Not and I for once. It's probably not as raucous a room, but you're welcome to it.
Yeah, just in case he
Just
goes,
in case. Just in case he goes
just
full
kinda
Monty.
Might have like a secret
There's
knock or
Yasha.
something.
It's good to know.
Yasha,
That's nice.
Yasha's with
Honestly,
you,
I'd want
but
to
she's
bed with
currently
like
the players
to
in
bed
the
with
band
Ford.
filming.
I'd want to be in the
as
same
he
room
runs
with
around,
him
Yasha's
to
kind of sitting to
friggin'
the back and
understand what the hell's going
towering
on with
over
his
most of the
character.
clientele here, and not not necessarily uncomfortable, but just unsure what to make of the jovial atmosphere. There is like the faint corner of a smile, but the kind of awkward, anxious smile of not knowing what to do. I'm kind of afraid to step any direction and crush somebody.
Yeah.
She's turning on the charm.
She's turning on the charm.
Fair enough. I appreciate it.
There
I
are
really like it when
rooms.
she crosses her arms like that and makes
So-
her biceps look good.
Yeah,
So
very-
Molly can have a room all to his own
Does
if
it?
he really wants to, you know.
Hey,
Oh, are we talking about that? Oh, I'm not going to invade your space if you don't need it. Don't worry about it.
No. I mean, half of me is interested. The other half is terrified. So.
And if you drink enough, you won't remember either way.
yeah, like you're treating Molly like he's some. All right, I don't know.
So,
I
at
know
this
we've
point,
experienced
Riss
Molly
is like,
situations in the
Well,
past,
if you got your
but I
rooms
feel like
taken care
if you
of,
just said it
looking
to him,
for a
he'd
place to sit
respect it
then?
somewhat.
At this point, she glances past, and you can see
At
the,
least to the
at this point,
best
patrons
of
are
his
starting to get
ability
really
while
rowdy.
he's intoxicated.
They have these kind of rope-hung chandeliers in 3 different spots, and you can see one person is kind of jumped up onto one and is hanging back and forth off of it. And because some people are like, yeah, and you can see all of a sudden the dwarf woman at the bar goes like, oh, for the love of God, clambers over with a speed you didn't expect from her, rushes over and grabs the ankle and just tears him down off onto the ground. Not in my bar.
I love it.
You know, I've never seen
Not
someone
in my
actually
bar.
swing from a chandelier. I kind of
Yes.
just thought it was like a
Oh, no, that's
A metaphor.
entirely something you can do.
yeah.
It's more common than you'd think.
Got a firm hand.
Is it allowed in other bars?
I talking to Rissa. I was like, I imagine if they're not paying attention.
Okay.
That could be a good theme.
There was some pub.
The
I don't
problem
remember what town
is,
I was in, but I do remember
even
the pub 'cause
if-
it was actually called the Swinging Chandelier.
It was
I don't
actually
remember what
called
town it
the
was, though,
Swinging
but
Chandelier.
It was a great pub.
Not surprising.
It had the best chandelier.
My gnomish eye spot what looks to be one open table across the way.
That
right
kind
up.
of behavior
And
leads
Rissa
to
points, you can
more
see past the way,
insanity.
there's one table
Even
that,
if you allow
2
things
people
like
are
that,
just
that's
getting
how
up from
things
and
get
leaving.
rowdy.
At the moment.
Dart
You-
a
you
full speed, full
allow
dash
rowdy
to get that
behavior.
table.
All right. You and Rissa go into a full run. You beating her easily. You get to the table and kind of scoot into the side. As she approaches, you watch as 2 male gnomes kind of intercept her and kind of block her path. One of them goes, sorry, Tinkertop, table's not for you. The other one, and she goes, fuck off, Fitz. I worked
Fitz?
hard enough. I saw this table fair and square.
the other one goes, you don't work, tabletop. Looks like just like your brain sick dad. This table's for working folk.
Oh my God, your brain sick dad.
Fitz kind of glances over. Says,
Tabletop?
"Ask your pops to make you a table to drink at alone. Might buy an hour before it breaks."
I'm going to walk right into the middle of this.
Whoa, yes.
Gentle persons, are you harassing our employee right now?
Tabletop. Her dad must build
Wildly
tables based on what.
confused. No.
We have employed the services of this person right here, and I would agree that you should probably leave right now and get another table for yourselves.
Yes, I love it.
Make an intimidation check.
I said how Molly Talzin has been very outspoken, and I love it.
That's a 4.
This is how I want Molly to be all the time.
As you lean forward and in that tense glare, a little bit of a liquor-based burp comes up abruptly and kind of breaks the intensity of the moment. Oh, someone's starting early. Not too bad. Now, I've heard about these folks. Their blood's fire, but on the inside, they're nothing but cold and clammy. And he goes and flicks the edge of your nose.
Oh
These 2
my
little
God,
pumps.
are you shitting me?
I use my tail.
And I'm using. Oh, I was about to say, if you want to go 2 at the same time, I say a little bit of infernal, and I'm going to actually use a blood maledict to make him go blind for a second.
Oh my God. Ooh, that's pretty
My tail at the
intense.
same time.
All right, which one? There's the one in the. There's kind of the bigger
I'll do
one.
the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
One of those
lot.
for me.
So
I
the
mean,
one
that
just
could
flicking
be.
the nose, his eyes
Are
just
there
go
like
black, and you can see the bit of
laws
crimson kind of
against
pulling at the corner of
using
the
things
eyes.
like this against people?
Arcade stumbles back and hits the stool and falls.
I mean, I think it's entertaining, and the dude deserves it.
I'm gonna jump on top of him and start rifling through
Some
his
people
pockets.
cannot hold their liquor. Thank you. I was hoping for it.
I love it.
Go ahead and make
Makes
a
him go
sleight of hand
blind,
check.
and then not
23.
rummages through their
All
pockets.
right, yeah, you
27.
27.
All right. You managed to pull 6 silver pieces and 3 gold pieces out of his pocket.
Anything other than money?
Right now, no.
Not just basically got back
only money.
all the money for the rooms for the night.
I'm watching not, and as soon as I see that she has found everything that she is looking for, I've got the copper wire ready, and I mutter through it. I mutter through the wire to the one on the ground. They're going to kill you. You have to run now.
Oh my
The one that gets
god.
slapped in the ass by gestures, like, I apologize. Risa, we didn't know. Reaches over and goes and grabs the friend and kind of is like, what? And as soon as Not jumps on and starts like thrashing around on him, get the jack! Goes and like pushes you off of its
Robs
body.
him, and then Caleb scares the shit out of him.
At this point, his eyes come back and like the little
Necessary in
like,
fighting
and
and petty
down the side
larceny.
of his cheek. Goes, what
Teamwork.
happened? What happened? They both look at you.
Can't hold their liquor. It's really embarrassing.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
They both
really.
just kind of get lost into the
No,
crowd.
stay. Play with us longer.
Risa looks over her shoulder at them, leaves, and goes like,
I hope she appreciates what we did for her and doesn't rob us or
I like
something.
the way that worked out.
Me too, indeed.
I mean, I feel worse for her now. She's being
Fitz and
bullied.
Ashton, they're both a couple of punks. I've known this since I was a kid.
They called you
Tabletop. Her father built.
Tinkertop.
Oh, Tinkertop. But they said something about her father building tables.
Wait, so your dad is what, rich or something?
Sick in the head,
It's
they
nothing to
said.
be ashamed of. It's okay if he is.
So he kind of curls into the bench around the table and leans one shoulder onto it and goes, my father's kind of
Tinkertop.
he's an inventor, a tinkerer.
A tinkerer. Okay.
Of some renown at one time. He's had a rough few years.
Did he lose his mind? Brain
Well,
sick.
that's just him being an arsehole.
Maybe they think he's crazy.
All sorts of things, toys, contraptions.
Maybe they think he's crazy
occasionally,
because he's got wild ideas.
Whatever he's told to make by the Starosta.
Starosta. Oh.
He's just a bumbling twat, really.
Can we meet him?
Yes. Please.
He's probably in nap time right now. Tomorrow, maybe?
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
She said,
I'll
like,
bring over a round of
yeah,
drinks.
like maybe she's gonna blow it off.
For everybody.
Alrighty. Another round of drinks, just general ale drinks for everybody would probably run you, let's see here, mug, we'll say for, say like 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Good enough.
All right, so as you guys kind of gather around for a second, Rissa kind of livens up a bit after that conversation. Goes, but anyway, you've asked me a bit about myself. What about you? What are you here for? What brings you to this godforsaken place?
All right, guys, that's probably the best place to stop right now. I got to do about 35, 40 minutes for part 1 and part 2, and then there's the hour Patreon exclusive. This one has about 2 hours and 10 minutes of content before the break. But then it only leaves us with like an hour and 10, an hour and 20 minutes for the live stream. So we'll fill it up with other things. I'm sure we'll talk about other stuff. We always find reasons to stay on to like 11:30 regardless. So that's how we're going to do it as far as this goes. Here's what I'm loving and what I'm thinking. The Hour of Honor. I'm thinking, what could the Hour of Honor be? Being as we haven't really gotten into anything yet and we're starting an episode. To have an episode that is almost 4 hours called The Hour of Honor didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm thinking, what could it be? But they just established that at some point in the night, there is going to be a drinking contest. And I believe it was the dwarven bartender said, it was the one that was flirting with Molly. Great. Molly is really coming out of his shell recently. The last couple episodes, Molly has been rising in the ranks. I mean, I do love everybody here right now, but I feel like Molly is gaining on some people, if not going past them as far as the order of which I love them and want to know more. Molly kind of, after the whole Kree thing, finding out Molly died at some point 2 years ago, after that, we really don't see or hear from Molly a whole lot. I feel like it's because Molly didn't want to be putting a target on himself when we were near the gentleman in Kree and stuff like that, so it stayed quiet. But Molly goes to the bartender, starts flirting with her. He gets his round for free. He buys Bo a round. They hit it off with her. We see she also doesn't take shit unless there was a different dwarven woman in the bar. I believe the same one that served Tal'dorei, Mr. Molly, his drink, was the one that ran over and yanked the guy down from the chandelier. Now we're in new territory. Hupperduke, Seems like an amazing place. We immediately jump in and everyone's starting to run to the bars and start their partying. Then we see Risa and Not go run for a table, and some guy hits her, Fitz and Ashton. And we find out that they're sort of jabbing her, calling her Tinkertop, saying she's got no friends. They make it sound like her father is rich or known by people. And they said he's got a sick brain. Right before we ended it, we asked her, what did that all mean? And I guess her family has money, so it isn't like she's hanging with us to rob us. This changes everything. I was thinking maybe she was just an outcast looking for some coin. She said she didn't have a job. So I'm thinking, like, what's her angle? What is she trying to do? Maybe she just is a misfit, comes from a rich family. Her father, they said, is sick in the brain, but I think it's not what we think it is. He's building things. He's inventing things for the Starosta of Hupperduke. I have to assume the guy's got some brains, some smarts. They're probably just jabbing her. It's probably just bullies being bullies. But now I don't think she's robbing us so much. The only thing is, there is so much action going on right now, and people are going to start getting drunk. We don't really know where we are and who we're dealing with. So I would still keep our guard up, but I definitely want to check out this drinking competition. I feel like we could compete. Some of us could compete. We don't have Ashley Johnson, but we do have Yasha still here. So let's just jump into the Hour Patreon. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have the time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, hundreds of hours of Campaign 2. Go check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.